The American Burying Beetle by Ethan Vanneman. The American Burying Beetle is a rallying cry for those in the sandhills. It symbolizes the larger movement for conservation of our natural landmarks and the protection of our tourism industry. The beetle itself, however, is not too remarkable. It is a decomposer that recycles the nutrients from dead plants and animals back into the soil, making the areas more fertile for future crops and other plants. The beetle is native to North America and is across much of the continental United States. It was once in 35 states, but as habitat destruction has occurred to make way for farming lands as well as human development, the beetle population has experienced a massive 90% decrease in the last 150 years. This was without any mass eradication efforts by mankind. The beetles are just very temperamental, and any disruption to their habitat could cause the extinction of this very American bug. The R Project is a plan proposed by the Nebraska Public Power District that aims to bring power and infrastructure to more rural areas of Nebraska. It allows Nebraskans to have larger ability to produce power and sell it to other states, as well as protection for the population from power outages often caused by winter storms. The project is part of a federal mandation that aims to bring resilient power lines to a vast majority of the country. The R Project is Nebraska's take on this federal mandation, and it will allow Nebraskans to have wind farms, which could produce further power for the state and further economic benefits. Not only that, but the wind power would allow us to rely less on fossil fuels and the fear of nuclear energy. Why is there an issue between these two things? Well, the issue between the conservationists and the R Project arises because of the delicacy of the sandhills and the temperamentalness of the burying beetle. Power lines that meet the requirements set forth by the government are very large, and even the weight of a small car can irreparably damage these sandhills for hundreds of years. Many worry that the power lines will dot the horizon and ruin the natural beauty that many come to see each year, hurting Nebraska's local tourism industry. Some locals also worry that if the infrastructure is built, then the foot-in-the-door principle will take hold. The principle states that once you allow something to happen, you are more likely to allow larger and larger things to occur that are a natural progression to the previously asked question. In this case, they are afraid that if the infrastructure is built, the state will build lots of wind farms, which, despite the many benefits, many find to be ugly. And as previously stated, tourism is a decently large part of many local economies in the sandhills. The Nebraska Public Power District has been advised by the Nebraska Commission of Parks and Recreation that the proposed R Project would affect, but would not adversely affect, the American burying beetle. Despite this, the NPPD has revised their installation plan to one that would be costlier but have less of an environmental impact. The NPPD has also bought 500 square acres of land that will be exclusively used for the conservation of the American burying beetle. In summation, the R Project will not harm the beetle nor the sandhills, and every precaution is being taken to ensure their survival and well-being. The protection of Nebraska's wildlife is important, but so are the power needs of rural Nebraska.